3D boxing here with the undefeated prospect, Listo Gaitan.
Yes,
The fashionable Listo Gaitan. I like that hat. Tell us about the hat. Where does that come from? I like that.
It's a Stetson. I like to keep it traditional. It came up with my dad, and it's got the Marlboro style design to it. But I like traditional.
It looks sharp. Speaking of looking sharp, your last performance, you scored a sensational knockout in Mesquite. Walk us through that. Tell us about that.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it was our first fight getting into the cruiserweight division. You know, we moved up and away from the light heavyweight at 175 now to 200. Just trying to test our waters, test our health, see how we felt, and we felt good. You know, we discussed it with my team, trying to see what we're gonna want to campaign at. And right now, we're still kind of testing out the waters at cruiserweight. We had a tough opponent lined up. Unfortunately, he got into an accident just the week right before the fight. They tried to give me a last minute opponent just so I can get in the ring and continue to get these fights in. So I mean, I'm hoping it still brings out the best in me.
So I wanted to ask you about that, right? Does that switch up your psyche? Does that switch up your training, your mentality, getting a late replacement on such short notice? Does it play on you mentally, or is it just business as usual?
No, it's just business as usual. I mean, everybody goes in there with a game plan, but depending on how well your opponent does and how you test out the first 30 seconds, even the first minute of the fight, you'll be able to dictate what's going to go on after that. You know, your opponent, you can look at all kinds of footage, and by the time he gets in the ring with you, it's no longer the same. So I mean, it doesn't really mess with our heads or anything. I mean, we just gotta know. We just now know that we have somebody different to face. You know, we have a new opponent, different stature, which it's all right with me. I prefer bigger. The bigger, the better. You know, I want to make sure I'm over there trying to take out Goliath. You know.
You said bigger the better. I want to ask you, you're fighting at a bigger weight class now, and you're staying busy.
Yes, sir.
So I'm guessing the weight class feels comfortable, because 175 to 200, it's a big jump.
It's a big drop, yeah.
But you're feeling comfortable with the weight, and are you on weight now, and how?
Oh yeah. We've been on weight maybe for the last 2 weeks. You know,
there's not the weight cut involved that there was at 170.
Yeah, definitely not. Especially with the late replacement, they had to move up the weight to give my opponent some kind of play. But we were not having no issues making the weight. I mean, we feel healthy. We feel like this was what we had to do. No longer having to drain yourself, starving yourself, none of that. You know, because all those factors play a factor in your organs and how you take a punch on the inside, your brain. You know, the capacity of the liquid that's in your brain now, because you're so dehydrated, you're no longer able to take those type of big shots. So we're just making sure that we're playing. You know, we're playing it healthy first. You know, our health is our priority. This isn't a career that, you know, I've always said that you don't retire at 65 in boxing. You know, you retire pretty young, and you want to make sure when life after the sport, you know, you're still healthy and ready to go.
Amen to that. Everything you said is really on point and really responsible.
Yes,
speaking of that, I mean, do you have any projections, any predictions for this fight? What can we expect from you?
No, I don't like to predict on my own fights. You know, I like to leave it up to you know what's going to happen tomorrow. But we do plan on, you know, like I always say, I don't make overtime in the ring. So if we can end it early, we're definitely going to look for that shot to end it early.
You ended your last fight early. First round knockout, correct?
Second
round knockout. Okay. Second round knockout. You got rid of him quick, and now you're back. I mean, in the short turnaround, you feel comfortable. Camp went well. I mean, it was just 2 months ago that you fought, but you feel good. You feel good to come back.
Definitely. I mean, we took maybe a few days off just to kind of let our body heal up, rest. You know, my chiropractor, shout out to him, City Chiro Sports Center. You know, right immediately after the fight, we're back in the therapy rooms. We're getting our massages in. We're getting all our cryopods, everything. You know, he's taking care of me. And so with that, and as well as my nutritionist, shout out to David Quintana. You know, he also has the diets and the other regimens to be able to make sure that I'm back in shape and back in fighting shape, and making sure everything that my body's intaking, I'm taking care of myself to be able to continue going at 100 miles an hour in the gym every day.
It was a sensational performance, but you also had a lot of Gaitan fans there. You got the loudest reactions tonight. Can we expect the same thing tomorrow? Are you going to have a big shot again?
I think even more this time around. You know, a lot of our people are there. They're eager to see me back and active. You know, they're excited to see me back in the ring, and that's what's going to fuel me to kind of get that KO. You know, because I mean, I got to put on the performance for all the people that support me. I got to show them that I'm thankful for them being there. So I got to give my all.
Your fans do want to knock out.
Right.
We were impressed with the power last time. We definitely want to see it again. 2 questions, and I'll let you go. First, less than a month away now. Spence versus Pacquiao. Who do you got for?
Man, I gotta stick, you know, with Spence. You know, he's our Dallas guy, but you cannot count out Pacquiao, man. Pacquiao is a legend. I mean, look what he did to Thurman in the first round of that fight. You know, Thurman was a little too overconfident on that one. I just hope Spence doesn't go in there the same way. But I mean, I want our Dallas guy to win, but I also wouldn't be sad if, you know, this legend, you know, comes back and makes history again.
And then finally, tell everyone where they can find you on social media.
Everybody can reach out to me, Listo Gaitan on Instagram, Listo Gaitan on Facebook, and also a quick shout out to you guys, 3D Boxing. Thank you guys for coming out here and giving us this quick interview and supporting. Also, a big thank you to all my sponsors, Sweat Boxing in the building, City Cairo Sports Center, Boxeo LV. We also got Fredo's Garage, La Sirena, Medina Drywall. We got Azracute, JBJ Restoration, F&J Landscape Management, and we also have Manuel Hernandez Company as well as Azracute. Thank you guys for all the support y'all give me and allowing me to continue in this career.
It's a lot of support. A lot of
Yes,
people
sir,
believe in
definitely.
you. God bless, champ.
Thank you.